lichess.org. I'm your host, supposedly international master Will Paschall, living in Budapest, Hungary, where I now reside year-round. Guys, we're hosting guys and girls, we're hosting a 5+3 Sparkle Horse Arena casual blitz 2-hour event. We do this every week, either blitz or rapid chess. This week is blitz 5+3. Welcome, Asterbate, the following players in the tournament: Ams, Asmir, Asterbate, and Diana. Someone without an A in the list. That's highly unusual. Guys, please donate, support the stream. Check out my YouTube channel as well as the Twitch, of course. I put the internet IP address, yeah, whatever. I put the link. Yeah, I can't even talk. I don't know what I'm talking about. IP addresses, whatever. Welcome, guys. You can see in the chat there, in the chat room in the Sparkle Horse Arena, Twitch and YouTube. Please like and subscribe on Twitch and YouTube. Whatever. Follow me here on lichess, whatever you want to call it. Welcome, everybody. I started on time this week. Last time we started a little too early, and we didn't really get settled in. So I like to start at 45 minutes past the hour. That's what we're scheduled for. 11 minutes from now. It is now 6:34 Central European Time. 1:34 Eastern Time in the USA, my former time zone. Alright, guys, got the coffee ready. Ams is here, ready to take on Asterbate. Lately, we've had some weird pairings in the first round, too. I'm supposed to play Ams, the way it goes. Ams keeps his rating down to get easier pairings for these tournaments. I'm almost certain of it now. That's the reason. It took me a while to figure it out. Asterbate as well. Sandbaggers, just a bunch of sandbaggers. Alright, guys, I lost in rapid chess today. With my provisional rapid chess rating, I lost 60 points in one game to a 17 or 1800 player. It was a really bad game. I thought the guy played like a genius, but I looked at it after the game and I missed several wins. So much for the genius theory. Welcome to the stream. Here's the link, guys. Tournament. I should post that. I'm talking as if like you automatically know the tournament link. I assume Ams, Asmir, and Asterbate and Anna know already, but for those of you not in the tournament already, here's the link on lichess. We're streaming live. Ponda is perched and ready for business. Guys, please support the stream and donate. Do I have lichess in the title? Yes. Title must contain lichess.org. In Hungarian, we would say pont.org. Yeah, upsetting a master last week. You're horrible, Asterbate. Terrible. Delicious. In honor of Apu from The Simpsons, now removed from the show. Does anybody know if you can change the sounds on lichess manually? I mean, I need to talk to somebody. Ponce.org. Ponce de Leon. You need to hack the code. I was wondering if you could change the sounds. I'm sure there's a way to do it. You're a bit scared. I know. I was teasing Asterbate earlier that you're out to get him. Out to get him. After the big upset of the upset of the millennium last week. That's probably Asterbate's biggest win. Well, he's beaten me in simuls, but in blitz or rapid chess, I don't think he's ever beaten anyone over 2200 that I'm aware of. You better be scared. You should be. Very tough. All right, so welcome everyone to the tournament. 20 games required to play. That doesn't really keep out the new accounts too well, but we do the best we could. Angst Gegner in English. That's a good question. You're supposed to tell us. I have a feeling I know what Angst is, but I'm not sure what Gegner is. That's why you're the German and we're the English speakers. You're supposed to know that, I guess. Like inducing, is it something like inducer? What is a Gegner? Yeah, that's weird. Nefedov, now that you mention it, Asterbate, Nefedov is never around. And we miss him. Opponent of fear. A good translation would be feared opponent. There's got to be a better translation, actually. I don't know. My wife is a German translator, but she translates to Hungarian from German. I could ask her. Performance anxiety. We need Nefedov. I'm going to have to send him a message. I think he's been cheating on me or something. A new player here, Legnovich. Nefedov always being here also helps me to. It induces me to do better Russian pronunciations. I'm getting kind of slack. Legnovich. Yeah, it's kind of sad when we have like a regular player who stops coming to the stream. I get really nostalgic. Nefedov was like our number one opponent. He was supposed to visit here in Budapest in March. I don't know what's up with him. He better not bail on me. He used to be at all the streams. There's no extra word for it. I'm thinking, should be. Nemesis, like, wouldn't it be like Nemesis? Don't you have Nemesis in German? Your arch nemesis. I'm not sure if that's necessarily feared opponent, like your kind of nemesis. It seems like it's like it doesn't have to be feared. It's more like your main opponent, like the guy you always have to battle against. Something different. Adversary. Your feared adversary, but particularly one that you're fearful of. Is there an English word for someone, an adversary that you're particularly afraid of? I'm afraid we're never going to know. We must make sure that chess will not be a dead language. Very interesting, but for a small group. Anyway, the thought for the day. 5 spectators, guys. Here's a link to the tournament starting in 4 minutes. Let's get some more players. Welcome. So I should play Alms if no one steps in between our ratings. Casual tournament, guys. Nothing to lose here. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning with the birds. I was so happy. The freaking birds, because the temperature was so warm, unseasonably warm here in Budapest, the birds thought like spring had started in the beginning of February. And they woke me up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's just, couldn't go back to sleep after that. Stupid birds. All right. Anyway, that's my lamentation for the day. Let's get ready to play some chess. Will Wolf, speaking German. Need a resident German translator. The old feed store. That's funny. Bring back an old memory of mine. With that terminology, acerbate. Excuse me. Alright. Let's get started. Get it started. 2:15. Baby chickens. That's what it sounded like. The birds were freaking loud. Very, very loud. They must be like baby bird. I don't know. But who's chirping in the beginning of February? They're going to be in for a rude awakening in like a week when it gets back to freezing. It's like when the plants start to bloom too early. The best part of the dead of winter is there's usually less noise wherever you are. No lawnmowers, no birds. Foe. But it needs to be specifically feared. Foe is like an opponent, and this one it's like a synonym for opponent. More of an enemy than opponent, though. Foe goes more to the enemy side. Not exactly a synonym of opponent. More enemy style. I have lawnmower phobia. Percy Epworth. I can't tell you how happy I am to not be the owner of a house with a lawn. Not have to be the caretaker of a house with a lawn or live in a house with a lawn. Strictly like apartments and condos for me from now on. Lawnmower that inspires fear. Fear of phobia of lawnmowers. Hatred is more like it. Rather than fear. It's a hatred. Hatred of all things lawnmower. Operators of lawnmowers themselves. Someone should invent a silent lawnmower. They would get my vote. Being a chess player made me very sensitive to noises. I demand absolute silence. Here is the tournament link one last time. 12 players thus far. 13. Lucky 13. So Aldisto snuck into the tournament secretly. He must like drop the challenge there when there's like 1 second ticking down. I can't remember. I'm always white against Aldisto. Almost always white. Now I remember. This B4 is the new thing. We had an interesting game last time. He's probably prepped for that now. What am I going to do? Knight F6 is interesting. Although I know no theory. Now we have to be very careful in the first 10 moves or so. I literally don't know any theory here. Interesting idea though. Queen C7. But Queen C7 just forces Knight F3, which is a good move anyway. What the heck? Why do you want to force a good move? I think not. Queen C7 gets a vote for fancy move syndrome. Okay. It's like a weird Al Yekins defense. Like is. English speakers say like too much. The pawn on b4 could be a major annoyance. I could take it and just try to cope with it. Coping. Is coping the answer? Queen c7 is just a target again. Aldisto's way ahead of me here, theoretically. He knows what he's doing and I don't. He surprised me with the b4. I'm just avoiding his preparation by playing something I don't know. Is that a good idea? You've got to ask yourself, if I try to get fancy now with like e6, c4. So, this is just weird. I'm kind of messing with him here. I didn't intend to play this. Ray Robson's dad wrote about how his neighbors got annoyed with him because he was always taking Ray to events while the grass turned into an Edgar Rice Burroughs scene. The Silent Lawnmower, the GOAT. Greatest of all time. Like their grass got long because he took his tournament. He's obviously got grass cutting obsession, like a lot of my neighbors. My former neighbors. Bye, neighbors. Well, actually, very few of them cut their own grass. They hired people to cut it with commercial lawnmowers that were designed to be used on farms and stuff like that. You mean an actual goat? Yeah. I would love that. Very climately beneficial. What is going on here? Okay, d5. I'm going to eat your pawn, and there's nothing you can do about it. Give me that pawn. I think I hear the doorbell. I think I heard the front door downstairs. That's weird. Never can barely hear it up here. Nobody's there to get it. Could be. It's a little late. It's too late for the post. Check. You had that. An actual goat is a good idea. I like that. Okay, I mean, I'm just happy to get out of the opening with the equal position. I admit this was weird. I mean, Alisto is not the type of player to, like, grind me down with perfect technical accuracy because I have an isolated pawn or something like that. Now, what's up with this pawn? It's not hanging. It's just your imagination. Well, unless you want to play King F8, it's not hanging. Maybe I should play King F8. I'm not going to do that. So white managed to cling to some kind of tiny theoretical edge, maybe. His pawn is in the twilight zone. But at least it's still a pawn, and it's on the board. But IQP position is probably not Aldisto's thing. I mean, he's kind of... I don't want to call him a caveman, but he's basically a pretty direct attacking player. You know, he's not really one to squeeze these minimal type of advantages like an IQP. Okay, I have pawns. You have pawns that could be potential weaknesses. It's basically all that's going on here. Pawns that could be weak, but a weakness isn't a weakness unless it can be attacked. My A pawn is obviously classified as a weakness. They can all be attacked. He's gonna make me do that, huh? Knight e4 is nothing. I have knight f8. Interesting. Sort of solid move. Seems kind of dumb though. This helps him develop. Is his knight good on a3 though? That's an interesting question, isn't it? It's not a knight. Surprised all of us. 2275 for Aldisto. Welcome to my tournament, guys. Blitz 5+3 casual arena. We had a wing gambit. I suspected preparation. So I went slightly different from what I played last time against him. Putting myself in a bit of an awkward spot with his structure. I believe you. You're threatening rook e3. Don't seem to have anything great. The less material left on the board, the more that pawn structure sort of benefits him. Can I ever threaten something? That's not a plan. No real plan here. Copycat. That was my idea. Alright, what do I do? That's gotta be a stupid move. How about a new line of thought? Knight c3. This is just gonna get weird. He'll play rook c3. Whatever. I was thinking d4. Please don't let me drop something. Wait, there's more time. It's not clear whose pawns are weaker. Knight e2. Knight e2. Come on. There it is. He did it. I made him do it. That's insane. He likes it. Mikey. What a queen. But it frees him from defensive d3. Freeze him. Deep breath. Queenside. All right, my pawns are better than your pawns now, after all that. Man, this is like we spent the whole tournament on this one game. It's not worth it. What an advantage the other players have, the top players like locked in battle for like 60 moves. Grinding each other down for nothing. Plan. Plan, please. I need a plan. When in doubt, pin yourself. Could I have just taken on F2? Getting close. All right, that's looking a year. It took a year to win. Interesting field. All my friends are here. We have to go back to having the tournament. Team tournament next week. We'll make the best of it. Anyway, I'm not going to be bitter. Certain players I will not play. Welcome everybody to the tournament. Doc Zugzwan. I guess I should berserk. He's much, much lower rated. Normally not a great idea unless it's a much, much lower rated player. Hopefully Doc Zugzwan doesn't play like he's a master or something. Then I'm done. Already not bad. That's a mistake. Alright, so pick up a piece. I normally try to be a little more instructive than playing bullet chess like some chess streamers. It's like, but for the sake of the competition of the tournament, I'm willing to play some trashy let's say, trashy bullet time control. He actually berserked back, right? Which I wouldn't do if I were him. The best way to punish the berserk is to just take your time. Use all your time against the berserker. So I don't think it's a good counter strategy for my opponent here to berserk in return. What's up, everybody? Looks like everyone's busy playing their games. Too busy playing their games to chatter in the stream. Welcome to the stream, guys. Please support the stream. Make a donation. And subscribe. Pause. Pause for station identification. I will not play against people I have blocked for whatever reasons. So what's up, everybody? Liam LK said, "Hi, Sladgie." What's up? Good luck, everybody. Almost everyone. Good luck, almost everyone. How's my point group? I like how Cheesy Noobs always has a result like a master, but his rating's only like 2,000. It's interesting. Little difficult to understand that. Texas Time Chess Monkey, welcome. Alms has what? 2 draws? 2 tough pairings for Alms with Uber Driver and Hazite. Hazite is also a good player. I suspect that I might know Hazite if I met them, but I don't know who they are. It's a Hungarian name. Distinctly Hungarian handle, so probably they know me. And I know them, but I don't know who they are. Pretty good player, from what I've seen. I mean, it's possible it's not a Hungarian player I know, just a random one. But I mean, they're Master Strength, and I know most of the Master Strength Hungarian players, so I think they know who I am, and I know who they are. Top Games. So what's up with our friends here? That's a new player. Hopefully nobody uses a computer. If you start to use a computer, we will report you. Goes for all the new players. So, Moopy Pie Loopy subscribed. Twitch Prime, thank you. I'll try to be instructive. I don't expect to win this tournament. There's a few players I'll have to resign against if I get paired with them out of protest. Because of them trolling my stream in the past. I'm not going to play games with people who have been abusive and repeatedly trolled my stream. But anyway, we'll be passive aggressive. What's up, guys? Moopy Pie Loopy, thanks for subscribing. I'll try to make my games instructive. That one wasn't very instructive, though. I berserked against Dr. Zodwan. Is it safe to join the tournament? Cheesy Noob seems to be sitting out. This player is playing. So it's not safe to join the tournament. I don't want to play with Cheesy Noob. Where's Uber Driver? Why isn't Uber Driver getting paired with Cheesy Noob? Neither of them has an opponent, and there's 30 players. The explanation would be that Uber Driver is sitting out as well. I guess. I can't sit here forever. I'll just join, and if I get paired with someone I don't want to play, I'll just resign. I thought I could avoid them. You want your Blinky. Binky. Blanky. Inky, Blinky. and Clyde. Can you remember all the Pac-Man characters? The Pac-Man ghosts? Loopy Pie Loopy, thanks for subscribing. 8 months. We'll try to play an instructive game. The first game was good. At least. So, Azanadar, now watch out. New player. 1700 bullet, but... No, he's beating 1100s. Alright. Hopefully nobody's suspicious here. Just a few trolls. Bone atrophy. Alright. Let's try to make it an instructive game. Playing my boring King's Indian attack move order. Such an unusual move for black there. To play this b6. Wow. Bizarre. It's sort of tempting to play Queen A4 check. Just for kicks. Just for kicks and giggles. To play a quick Queen A4 check like C4 immediately. Not illegally like play Queen A4 check over my queen, but to play for a very quick C4. I guess that's probably what he wants. It's a very strange setup. I mean, to play D5 so you can fianchetto your queenside bishop. Not too many people would do that. Admittedly, very strange. I'm going to put my pawn on D5 so I can fianchetto behind it. Most people prefer to have an open diagonal. Such a weird idea, but it's actually not that bad. When I've played like normal moves like C4, it always just seems to transpose to something. This is another very strange move. I gotta stop acting like this is rapid chess, though. I'm talking as if it's 7 plus 3. So, alright. I don't have that much time. I've got to remember that we're playing 5, not 7-minute time control. It does get awkward sometimes switching back and forth. Berserking is not a real good idea. I would only do it if it's a really, really much weaker opponent. I feel like we've been here before or something. Did you do this against me before? It must be some sort of contrived setup. This vague memory. I have a vague memory of some crazy game, which might have been against bone atrophy. I'm okay with h4. I mean, what's he going to do? Knight g4 and hang his g7 pawn? Doubtful. According to Mr. Spock. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe it might be okay if you could back it up with a quick, powerful counterattack. I'm going to play either c4 or e4, depending. No, this is, I love this. Rook g8. Now, fortunately, he can't play d4. What's the best answer to a flank attack? Strike in the center. So c4 is much more in the center than rook g8. We're going to try to open this up while we're connected on the back rank. All heavy pieces connected. Ready for back rank mobility. Our opponent is playing rook g8 and his king is still in the center of the board. This goes against every fundamental principle what black's trying to do here. But it's still not that easy. And what's he going to do? G5? Uh-huh. It's kind of what I expected earlier. It's some sort of homemade setup. He must play this against everyone. Should be very dangerous for black. I'm going to sack a pawn here. This will decoy him from his intended kingside action. Speculative, but probably not bad. Players who play like Maniac style like this, they generally don't like losing the initiative. They're not ones that are good at, consolidating a pawn or something like that. So now he just takes the pawn, but loses time. What should I do? Yep. Maybe not that good for me. At the end of the day, this isn't my best move. Maybe I should play knight e5. It's sort of dubious pawn sacrifice. The more I think about it, I shouldn't have done it. But I mean, his position is still very disorganized, so even up a pawn, it's not going to be easy to play when you have no coordination with your heavy pieces. You stalemated at 1200, not good. No, this is not what I expected. I thought he would play c5 there. So I can play knight e5 and go for the bishops. I think that looks pretty good. Impulsive, slightly impulsive decision, but I mean, maybe he has some threats. Knight e5. G5's coming. I guess G5 is my main problem. It looks pretty dangerous, actually. I'm going to need to be very, very careful here. Knight f3 is interesting. Rook b8, knight f3. Huh. Kind of a cool idea. But his play on the king side is serious here. Yeah, this b4 was going too far. Strange that he's thinking so long. Maybe it's his internet. You have totally new player in first place. Never heard of. 2-hour arena. Wow, c6 trapping my bishop on b7. So he's going to sack the rook. I don't think I have a choice. He sacks the rook but goes for mate. But that doesn't work. You can't mate me. Can't mate me that easily. I'm not going to take. Maybe I should take, actually. I'm clearly white. White is winning. He went too far. He actually had some chances if he plays g5 instead of knight g4. This was interesting. He had some real chances. It's kind of how I lost the rapid game to the 1800 today. Very similar sort of thing. Ouch. Yeah, there's no defense. There's no need for him to do that. I mean, the knight f3 Actually, you know, queen h3, c6, bishop takes a8, even g5 might be a better try there. But just simply rook b8, and then in the time it takes me to retreat my bishop, you should have some threats again. Oof, is that mate in one? All right. Mate in one. See if the El Rosador, how many points does he have? I don't know. He has an even score against me, almost. It's impressive for an unrated player. Unrated. FM strength unrated. To have 3 out of 7. Excellent. So what's your ratings? 1800 across the board. You seem to play better than that against me. More like 22. Knight MBD7. Very classic. I would say 2200 based on this performance rating. So 1800 doesn't make sense. You play against me 400 points stronger than your lichess rating, approximately. The last game was interesting. The computer said I was better, but it's easy for a computer. Chess is easy for computers. Now, ultimately, where will my queen end up? This is probably better. I'm not sure I like h6. So c takes d4 makes the most sense here. C takes d4 means c takes d5. You know, but it's always tricky. I mean, he could have taken with the knight to trade pieces. It might drop a pawn in this position. He's played the accurate, you know, a little inaccurately. Maybe he's supposed to play h6 earlier. But ultimately, I don't know. Maybe I'm falling for some sort of trap. Like, it looks like knight b5 is strong, but maybe he has some computer-like defense. I'm very concerned about, like, how I take that pawn and then don't get pinned indefinitely. For example, knight b5, a6, let's say. Bishop takes c7 there, actually. Knight b5. So maybe knight b5, there's a check. King e2. Yeah, that's not clear either. I don't feel like getting into a complication here. Well, I'm just talking statistically, El Rosador. When you have 3 out of 7 against a solid IM, I think that you're talking about a player that should be around 2200. That's statistically speaking, you know. You can't explain that result unless the player is really that strong. That's a very, very strong result. Like a lot of people here, your rating haven't scored more than 10% against me. But you're scoring, you know, like 40% plus. It seems exorbitantly strong. Plus you're fast too. hanging in there on time. What I didn't really like was knight b5, bishop b4 check, first of all. Now my king is stranded in the center of the board. I would definitely spend a lot more time looking at that if it was a long game. But I don't have time to waste here. I just don't see the reason to complicate in such a fast time control. Now playing rook c8 with my bishop on f5. Wow. That seems pretty crazy. Either completely crazy or fearless. No fear. You know, that's the other thing. Doesn't seem to have any fear of me whatsoever. I had an opponent like that today. That's how I lost 60 points in rapid chess. My opponent was absolutely fearless. I thought he was like cheating or something, but I looked at it after the game and I had like 3 clear wins. But he was playing like so aggressively. This player who was like 1700. And my wins weren't that obvious. This is a wild move, rook c8. Very aggressive. To put the rook in that diagonal. Now what do I do? See, I can't seem to break black's position here. It's an answer for everything. Just don't know what to do. Visually, white seems clearly better. I would be terrified to play the move rook c8. But I don't see a way I can punish him. I have to be careful, like g6, g5, g4 could win a piece. That's actually very dangerous for black to try it. It reminds me a little bit of a game I lost earlier this year now, that I think about it. It looks like a position I lost with black. Ironically, underestimating bishop f5 takes d7. You can't really play g6. That's how I lost to Torma Robert. So this is just a blunder. Knight takes d5, knight takes f4. It looks like a blunder. Good luck, everybody. 2 hour arena. This is a strange move. Looks like it loses the queen for a rook and a piece. Bishop d7, he has to take it, then knight f6 check. He takes that. I take on d7, he takes on d7. It's just a blunder. Well, black should never put the rook on c8, but I thought you should have played just like nothing, you know, b5. Maybe b5 with the idea of a4, b4. This is what I was concerned about the most. But the computer says I have knight e5. It's actually right. White is better. White should be better. I mean, it's not safe to put your rook on c8. Such a position. but I wasn't sure I had anything concrete. Alms is right behind me, and I have to play Aldisto again with black. Oh man, not another. I can't play another wing gambit. Last time we did, yeah, let's play something else. Okay. I really should play d5 here, probably. I can't remember if I must have played the Nimzovich against Aldisto before. This is weird. It's like a modern defense. If g6. We could transpose to a King's Indian, I guess. Still. Knight f3, bishop g4. That's not really... This is a type of modern defense. I'm not sure how good this variation is for black. It's a line. I have to ask someone else who's a specialist in this type of stuff. It's funny, what's up with bishop f3? Bishop f3, pawn f3, e5. It's not that bad, is it? It seems weird to do this unprovoked. Actually, it reminds me of a game I had with Jim and someone else. But not quite the same. There was a game like Queen A4 check, but Jim had a very bad position. Our subscriber, Jim. Clear strategic game, black going for the dark squares. It just strikes me as very strange to do this exchange unprovoked. But it felt like the right idea. This reminds me oddly of another game I had in the completely different opening, the Rossalimo Sicilian, believe it or not. I think you should play f4 here. Maybe f4 is the answer. Now black has free roll on the dark squares. It's a dark square free roll. Very promising for black. Actually, I sacrificed the pawn in a similar way in a game. This is an excellent game for black. I can just play a6, knight d4, queen f6. That's funny. That's one variation. The other one is c5. I don't know, how good is that actually? Maybe I need to be a bit more dynamic here. c5, take. We just go. There's also c6. I also have queen a5 check. Come on. I don't think he can take that pawn. If knight d4, queen a5 check, okay, he can try it, but it's probably more fun for black than for white. This is dangerous for white. And then, where to go? Queen c5. Queen c5. King e3, draw. I think the black should just go all in to be as aggressive as possible here. But although knight e7 sort of sucks for my knight, I don't really want to put my knight there. What I don't want to do is trade pretty much anything. But again, I don't know. This is not an easy position for white to play. I'll have to play rook d8. I don't want to trade anything. Or, you know, if I do, then it's a draw in a lot of cases. Ops-colored bishops are dangerous. If the queens come off, he would have very good drawing chances. Now I could take on b2, but that's materialistic. It's sort of stupid. My plan is to play rook d8. But I'm afraid here that he's going to get away. Alright, no matter what I do, I will not trade queens. That's the number one rule. Do not... Knight e7 sucks. The knight has no path. I need to get my knight to f6 and h5 and f4. So that's why that was not an option. Okay, now he has the c5 move, which is going to be a pain. Major pain. All I need is a little more time. c5 may not be a stupid move. This was a problem, I think. Now you could have a plan with knight e7. It's much more reasonable now. Might even be best. I'm changing plans mid-air. I mean, black is pawn down, but better. The f5 is an idea too. Black has all the dynamics. No possible way white can have the initiative here. You play bishop h3, you just develop a piece. So now what he wants to do, I kind of regret not doing knight f6, knight f4. But I feel like black has really no losing chances if he plays sensibly. White has chances to lose. I'm still feeling like I did the wrong thing with the knight, though. I got tempted. If I had gone knight f6, knight h5, it could have gotten stuck out there, but the threat of knight f4 is huge. I really have no interest in... Maybe rook e8, though. Just in case. This actually gives us even d5 ideas. There he goes. All right. So much for d5. New concept. How about his knight? What's that about? I see. Spectator mode. The bishop is in spectator mode. It's like Minecraft. No, no, no. No, no. Where are you going? I don't know. If he takes on d6, is that going to be a problem? Nah. Now we play knight d4. The problem is breaking through. How am I going to break through? I don't want to lose any of my pawns or anything. Guys, here's a DK imposter. Chaos or Denmark? What are you looking for? Wait, what is my plan? What am I doing? See that? I think we should take this. Not for the sake of material, but of course I wouldn't mind having a free pawn. Much easier to play for black. Because I have the safer king. I thought this lost a piece for white. But he might have some weird move. Huh. Various options. I probably missed a forced win somewhere. Surprisingly hard to get him here. Rook takes d8, rook takes d8, queen takes c1. I'm down a pawn with an awesome queen and knight combination. But it's surprisingly hard to get at him. I don't know what he's thinking. That's crazy. Played an absolutely nutso move. That's too much. You can't do that. Watch your time. Mr. Coffee. Arsenal fan. Alms is in first place now. Uh-oh. I was lulled into a false sense of security. Alms just suddenly came on, sprouting 19 points out of nowhere. He wasn't even in the top 5, was he? I think I've spent like 20 minutes playing Aldisto so far, at least. Just too difficult a position to play. Let's check out Alms' pairings. He started with the tough pairings, and then he got kind of medium ones. Kind of medium ones, again. What are we going to do? Fianchetto something, right? What does he play on knight f3? What's he going to do? The Benoni. I don't play the Benoni. You know that. Well, I play it if I have to in the King's Indian. So, what is this? C5, C4. I'm not going to fool around anymore. We'll just do this. Screw it. I must have done this against him before, at least once. So what happens if D6? Whatever. You can even do D5 here, but I don't really like it. So I know nothing about this theoretically. It's risky for black, obviously. I think I must have played it against him once. I mean, technically doing the hippopotamus with the knight at f6 is not really 100% right. Benoni is like indigestion, man. It just never agreed with me. Like certain openings, Caro-Kann I'm actually bad with too. Although I've played the Benoni enough, you know, there are certain variations of the King's Indian where you have to play the Benoni. Yeah, I could play it. I've never seen it do well in critical games where I tried to play the Benoni. Remember I lost with it against Christian Sabo the last time. I don't know what came over me. Sometimes I would play the modern defense move order and then attempt. I did that against. I also lost to Hebden like that. Hebden, Christian Sabo. The last Benonis were all bad. Okay, so G5, knight takes G5, pawn takes G5, bishop takes G5 looks pretty dangerous for black, actually. I gotta admit, that looks dangerous. And he's starting E5, so what are your choices here? you might want to go for it. Another interesting option is c5, speaking of the Benoni. This is tricky. I'm beginning to feel uncomfortable. I'm beginning to feel uncomfortable here. G5, will Ahmes pull the trigger on the piece sacrifice? He has to. But this is probably my critical. I probably have to do it. I mean, it's just... We'll give the piece back somehow for like 2 pawns. G5, knight G5, pawn G5, bishop G5. Is it really that sound? I'm not sure. We got to do this. This is forced. I don't see another move. Let him think about it. Queen E8. I don't know, man. Queen 8 is ugly. It's a move. You know, you have knight A6 in case of knight B5. The Queen E8 is probably in the computer's top 3 or 4 moves. So we'll figure it out. I don't think that Ahmes likes great tactical applications, although he played the Latvian against me the other day. And it was funny because that was, what, yesterday? Ahmes played the Latvian against me. No, Simon on Sunday. And I saw the refutation and I didn't play it because I got something else popped in my head. So he doesn't go for the critical 9. It's a big, big mistake for white not to sack a piece there, I think. In Hungarian we would say muszáj, which means forced. I don't know. I mean, I don't see how you can play this. You have to do knight takes G5. This is an interesting move. Maybe this gives him a little bit of something. It looks like his center is slightly overextended. Knight takes E5, queen takes D4. Exclamation. No, he's got some tricks here. Maybe I should play C5. Knight takes E5, C5. How do you answer that? After knight takes E5, C5. I would think white would have some problems. Now, it looks a little like, if you made me guess the opening, I would say it was a Moscow variation of the Semi-Slav. This is like how I lost against Ivan Sokolov. My center fell apart. Moscow variation, I guess. The E5 pawn is very overextended. It's about to take a vacation. How many times have I lost with white where I overextended my E5 pawn? It happened in the New York Open against Ivan. I think that night was one of the drunkest I've ever been. It was a depressing loss with the white pieces. Yes, snack time. I can play actually G4. Oddly enough. Is G4 just a good move? What do you do in the event of G4? Sacrifice a piece? Rather than give up my white square bishop, let's do it this way. The grob. Grobbing good. But maybe he should have played knight h2. I don't believe in this. Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. But on the other hand, his knights aren't that bad. I have to be a little bit careful. Should be winning for black. I just don't know how. Queen g5, knight e4, or bishop e4, my friend. Maybe bishop e4. We're going to have to sacrifice something. I mean, not necessarily. I could play rook c8. Just passively defend. Temporary. There's no way I'm choosing white in this position if it's my game and my freedom to choose a side. I don't trust white's position. I like how you use the word solid. Like, this you consider solid? Not some boring position or something? Solid. Solid is like the Kali system. I played like g5, g4. I usually lose whenever I play g5 with black, especially in queen pawn openings. If it's a Sicilian, it's probably okay. Queen pawn, it's particularly bad. But with an unsafe king, what you need to do is trade queens. How's our endgame? 3 pawns each, 2 bishops against 2 knights. Knight on h4 is not a happy camper. Oh, did he have knight takes e6? No. Camp knight. Happy campers. I don't think these knights are happy at camp. Night camp. Oh my god. Are you serious? Yeah, bishop e4 might be a mistake. You will never leave h4. Never. You're condemned to h4 for the rest of your life. So let's say I do this. Now the question is obvious. No, how do you actually finish him off? Where's that going? I don't know, but this doesn't look healthy. This doesn't look healthy. Gain time somehow. Wait. Check. Check. Check you. Checky. I don't know about that last move by me. He's certainly giving it a college try, as they say. The old college try. All right. 2 bishops. 2 bishops. I think that's not an easy position to play. Great game. Amir at Amir's. I want to know about knight takes g5. f3, bishop takes f3, g3. Did I have a move 11? What's up? One of our founders. DK guy got 2265 2 rounds in a row. You mean Aldisto? Alms again? What? Your fate is in your own hands. What? What am I gonna do? I'm not sure. I gotta think of something quick. He didn't play the Latvian. I probably played this against Alms before, but I can't remember what happened. I'll just play this because I looked at a game in this line recently. I wonder what he plays. I'm not certain this is the best move. Also, bishop c8, bishop d7, and bishop h5 are all moves. This is like the main line of this variation, but you know, it's surprisingly, it looks like a Najdorf. It looks like it should be like a bad Najdorf for white, but it's surprisingly not that simple. How does this move work again? I don't know. Man, I remember Romanishin had a game where he just like sacked the pawn for the white squares. If I play knight f1 and just go completely for the white squares. But I feel like I did something wrong here. I thought knight d2 was the move. Was a move. Strange. I looked at this. Obviously I can play bishop b3. It wasn't my plan, but we'll try it. I just don't know this deep enough. I think I saw a game where Ivanchuk actually played knight d2. But I'm just having trouble remembering. I looked at it only like briefly. Doesn't seem right. Alms really knows his stuff. Hopefully this variation not so much. Very old line. Wow. Can you do that? For all I know, this is still theory of some kind. I really don't know. Wow. What the heck is going on? How does he keep that protected? Queen e5, f4. Triple exclam. The best square for the queen is f4. I mean e5. You have that. Okay. Okay. So, this looks really bad for black. Bishop c2. It looks like he's getting strafed. He's going to love bishops after this game. Alms meets the bishop pair. Part 2. Overextended nugget. Okay, he's clearly in trouble. But he's not done yet. Losing is out of character for Alms, move 11. I just don't want to get back rank mated. Well, I can't really. I have h2. But I don't want anything landing on e1. Meanwhile, someone else has probably passed me. Maybe Cheesy Noob and whatever are the same person. That would be sick. Multitasking. This is insane. Wow. That is really insane. Talk about extreme measures. Rook g4. Alright, well, I'm not going to spend my life trying to figure out something that may not be there. That one. I think he's had it. White squares. I could have just played rook takes d6. Never even occurred to me, but, you know, he has like knight c4. I want to get at his king with that white square pawn on f5. Alright, opening wasn't good. I don't know where we left off there. Deep Wolverine. I mean, last time I played Deep Wolverine, he played really well. I'm not going to berserk against him. Even though I normally would, based on this rating. He didn't play like that last game. He didn't play like he was 1500. He played a really good English. I don't know. This is out of character for me a little bit. Astrobate system. The reversed Astrobate system. Gambit style. You could play a Mora Gambit reversed. I'm such a big fan of that. Anyway, let's just play. He's white. Is c6 really a good move? I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I just realized. I never played this system. Larry Christensen liked this. I don't really get it 100%, but you just sort of hang out with your bishop on that diagonal. I've seen this bishop get shut out of play. The bishop on a7. I've seen some strange captures with like bishop takes knight on c6, and the a7 bishop gets condemned for the rest of your life. So I'm not going to play knight c6 and let that happen. So what are Deep Wolverine's ratings? 2000 in correspondence, 1600 rapid. Guys, please subscribe and support the stream, by the way. 1400 bullet, 1000 games, 1500 in blitz. Should be able to beat him pretty easily based on those ratings. But the last time he kind of scared me. Put the scare into me. Playing a fantastic game in my simul. Absolutely unbelievable. Now, is he playing like that in blitz too? My position is already looking dubious. What am I doing? My rating is 2,000, 2,200. Who are you talking? Who is that? Are you Deep Wolverine? You're 2,000? What? How could you be 2,000 if you're like 15, 14, and 16? You're playing blindfolded or something? Okay. I just thought there was a coincidence there. Wolverine and Wolf. Okay. I thought there was a connection. A name connection. Why doesn't he play b5? I'm like dead after b5. Practically dead. That would have been an absolute disaster. At least now there's some sort of hope. I can play for d5. Marty Funkhauser. Wait, what's that from? Which sitcom? Alright. Yeah, sort of Seinfeld style. Alright. I'm so ashamed to admit I've never actually watched that show. I don't watch much TV, period. Now I have a5. He took a good position and ruined it. Now it's like clearly switched, so black's better. I was nearly lost if he had played b5. Unless there's something that I'm missing there. He does have some space going for him. So do I. Space syndrome. Oh, they start knocking on the wall now. Somebody's building something, but only like at 8 o'clock at night in the next building. It's like his hobby, like he's building a boat or something. It's so weird. Like, I think I'll start knocking at 8 o'clock at night. But when you live in the next building, in a huge block of like 100-year-old buildings, I don't think anybody really pays attention to what their non-existential neighbors will hear. Like, they don't even know anyone in this building. Alright, anyway. We're creeping toward the king's side. Check. This looks really grim. It's like checkers. Checkers versus Connect 4. I can't believe he didn't play b5. I don't know what I would do. This is indefensible for white. Probably indefensible for white. There's g5, resigns. h3. Oh, my b pawn. We don't want him playing knight h3. I don't think it matters, Arsenal. He's going to be losing a piece here. And that's even worse. Strange. Obviously, king h2 is a better defense, sacrificing a piece. That's weird. Alright. Like, he's like almost winning out of the opening. Am's right behind me, but I managed to slow him down. But he lost to someone else. Now he's on tilt. Oh. Boris, 1700 beat Am's. I put him on tilt. We'll take a break for a moment for station identification. Guys, please support the stream. Send me some bits so I keep entertaining you chessically. Also, check out my YouTube channel. Video chess training on YouTube. You guys can check out the YouTube channel. I'm hoping to improve the YouTube channel. I haven't worked on it much. I'm hoping to create some new independent content for the YouTube channel in the coming months. Bring it back up to speed. Derp a derp. Mr. Coffee, only you. Only you. I'll start singing songs. Don't want to do that. Only Mr. Coffee loves me. Bitter girlfriend. Passive aggressive behavior. Style. JAA just subscribed to tier 1. Wait, it's JAA? Move 11 gifted a tier 1 sub to my community. And it went to DK Guy, which is cool because he's been hanging out here. And at the same time, JAA just subscribed. JAA, didn't you just gift some subs the other day? And you didn't subscribe yourself? Is that the same JAA? Well, I really don't want to, like, forfeit against this player. Though I don't like playing against them. I'll just play like I'm playing a computer or something. just in case. When in doubt, pretend your opponent is like Garry Kasparov. Overprotect. They had this annoying style where they play the whole game with instantaneous moves. Every single move. And don't really make many mistakes. Look at this, like... How is this player, whatever, 1800 in classical chess? I just don't really want to play them. That's the only reason I'm offering a draw. So, didn't want to ruin my tournament, but it did ruin my streak starter anyway. That's going to hurt me, but it also ruins their streak starter. And Alms is out of commission temporarily, but you're never too safe in this 5+3 time control. Add a message. Move 11, what did you do? You gifted a sub to DK Guy. I had 100 bits from Mr. Coffee, and JAA subscribed. JAA. You were lurking. Okay, you hadn't subscribed. You had gifted 5 subs to the stream last time. And now you subscribed. I'm sorry that we didn't play you the other day. I didn't catch, or didn't let you in the simul. I just didn't catch it in time. Thanks again. I'm a little concerned that Boris beat Alms. So again, well, I'm not going to offer a draw, but I will be cautious here. Despite being 1700, Alms is a strong player. I have a creeping feeling about this account. It already just knows all the theory here. Maybe I should be safe. I mean, f5 is the more aggressive move. I usually reserve f5 for playing for a win against known entities. Against unknown entities, I try to be careful. Boris, 1758 players on lichess normally don't know this variation. Just letting you know. That is kind of a weird move, though. Slightly passive for white. May not be bad, though. Huh. I can't recall if I've ever played this position before. Now, I don't know. I could, wow. He's just playing instant moves. So I'm beginning to think it's just like a bullet player. Does he have a bullet rating? 800 games. He's 1700 in bullet. Totally paranoid because he beat Alms. Making instant moves. Yeah, that actually looks a little dangerous for me. Maybe I should take on f3. I'm getting creeped out here. The guys used no time. What is this? What's up with the game with Alms and Boris? I have to be very careful. This might be a troll. There's no way he can play like this and be 1758 and 1700 in bullet chess. Unless he starts making very bad moves, which he still hasn't done. I want to get out of here before something horrible happens. This doesn't feel right. Player's too good for his rating. Too efficient, too fast. Something creepy going on here. D5 is possible. That's another thing, when players play like they have no fear of you, even though you're 500 points higher, sometimes that's a sign there's something funny going on. Exlinted. We've got some development, possible development advantage, but I'm not fully convinced it's enough. Check him out with the B4. I have a bad feeling about this. Just gonna keep playing like a master with no mistakes. Should I just resign now to save us time? I don't know why you're trolling me with this 1758, dude. Who are you, like... Maybe I'm not, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's just the strongest 1758. He can't have everything, man. Surrendering e4. He's up a pawn with a solid position. You can't have everything. I don't know. You know, it seems like he's pretty freaking good for 1758. Also extremely confident for someone with such a low rating. I don't think I got this. I think like a computer wins easily with white in this position. That's some sort of mistake. Maybe his first clear mistake. I mean, if he plays queen d4, I think I'm just done, you know. Maybe I have some counterplay, but virtually done. Duneville. He put so much pressure on me time-wise that I started making bad moves. Instantly, queen d2, best move. Now he's made like one inaccuracy the whole game. This bishop sucks. Now I'm probably okay. I still don't think I'm better. I might be okay. I don't think my protected pass pawn is so strong because you can always like break it up with b5. It's kind of an illusion. If I had a pawn on b7, it would be a lot stronger. It's clearly not really his rating. It's like a master trolling me. That's annoying. Yeah, I'm actually going to be worse if I go into an ending. To be very careful here. To stay active. I don't know what to do, actually. Could easily be clearly worse. I think he's just trolling. He beat Alms already. What's with knight g1? It's a strange move. I mean, knight g1 is a really weird move. I can't even concentrate against this guy. It's just too weird. The knight g1 is the second bad move he's made. You didn't like bishop takes? Well, I'm not sure about it. I'm definitely not sure about it myself, but we got issues here. He's managing his time pretty well. The moves are really unpredictable. Does this win material? Knight g5. Yeah, he just makes these like insta moves. Sort of out of nowhere. And there's no time for you to think. This guy is not for real. He's just messing with you. Clearly. It's not a 1700. Look at the time use. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'll be lucky to draw. Unpredictable, though. If he is cheating, then he's not doing it for all of his moves. But I think he's just a stronger player than 1700. Now he's like close to lost. Now he's lost, probably. Still not trivial. I should be winning with the two connected pass pawns. He should have tried king d4, probably. I mean, it's crazy if this guy is seriously 1700. It almost doesn't make sense. I was prepared to be like lost. Now he's losing. Something's not right. Very weird game. There's no way I should win this game. I should have been lucky to have a draw the way he was playing. It's very strange. I mean, it's not like he's a bullet player who's really good at bullet and sucks at regular, because he's got 1700 in bullet. The same as his blitz. He's supposed to be 1700. Be a little bit careful here, actually. If I just knock out one of those pawns, I should be fine. First place in cheers. 2-2-2. All right. I'm about to lose on time. He's like a master bullet player or something. You can't explain his rating. Going for mate. I guess I'm exaggerating. I make everyone sound like a grandmaster. Oh, wait. He was playing in the non-increment tournament. He would be like winning it. Something weird, really fishy about that game. Last 16 minutes. Time for a couple more games. Oh, Am's just earned his 10,000 bits badge. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Have you guys? Jim has like a bigger one. Jim has 20. What do you have, Asterbate? Bone atrophy. Don't snipe me. Snipe those guys. Cheesy Noob probably has like a 2300 performance or something, which is very logical considering his ratings. Bone atrophy. How did you do it again? You can declare when you're going to get paired with someone? That's the second time you did that against me. Or you know the pairing system that well that it's like automatic? Is there a pairing system? Are you sure? Is there definitely a pairing system in this tournament? Sometimes I think it's just completely random. Aw, dude. You played the Marazzi with white? I thought you were far more interesting for that. I never imagined you would play the white side of a Marazzi. Man, that's disappointing. Wow. Very disappointing for a wild attacking player to play the Marazzi. I don't think I can bear playing it. It's so dry. Oh, man. But maybe I had a game where I lost to somebody where they did attack me in this type position. Not that long ago. I usually play the Marazzi for the black side, like for a draw, basically. It's my solid opening. Yeah, that's it. B4. Wait. Now, come on. Who played that against me? Like, somebody played that against me recently. Blobix, I think. It's an interesting move. Well, I mean, no, I can't remember. I think I looked it up. A5 was a move. That wasn't my instinct. I did something like bishop c6 and b6, but the engine said it was very bad. That's probably not the right approach though for white. What do I know? All right. Enough time for a game or two left. What happened? F3. See, I think that might be a mistake. I don't really like f3. You know, I think, on the contrary, you should play f4. Especially once you play b5. Well, I mean, at least if you want to win. I don't know. This is crazy. h5. That seems a bit much. Your king isn't 100% safe either. Now, with all those dark square weaknesses. Dark square. The dark square. $11. Am's had a bad tournament. He's only in 3rd place. Serious perfectionist. In the last game against Boris, it looks like after black plays e4, white can sack the knight on d takes c5 and is winning. Bob, thank you for the compliment. So what? Bob? Wait, I was talking to Move 11 about the game with Boris. Boria. Anything for g5. It's just bad against d4. Bob's always rude. That's his job. This is interesting. How about the dark squares? Uh-oh. Not a conventional way to play this with white, I would say. Queen h6 followed by g5 is interesting. I think we should go for it. What do you think? I'm not convinced. It's a little bit weird. Maybe I shouldn't at all. You know, I should be playing a completely different way here. Knight f6, knight h5. Totally made this up at the last moment. Chess on Earth. Did you actually get one of the gift subs the other day? You're new here, relatively new here. You must have been a gift subber. I remembered the other ones who had been on the stream a little bit more. I don't remember their exact names. There were 5 gift subs on Sunday, I guess. Was it yesterday? No, it was Sunday. Yeah, I wonder if this is the best move, g4. All right. I got to keep control of the dark squares. No threats. As you can see, I've never won a game on the dark squares in the black side Marazzi. Never heard of knight versus bad bishop. It's a new concept for me. It's like the only way I know how to win on the black side in Marazzi is to get like knight versus bad bishop. Computer would draw this position with white. I could sack a piece. I could sack a piece for a couple pawns just for fun, but we're not in the mood for that. Only 8 minutes left. All my favorite players in the hunt here. Now, what do I do? He's hanging on. There don't appear to be any sort of tactics, so all I've got is locking down the dark squares. Squares. Try to get the dark squares under control, further under control. White's done a good job. Never ever play b6 and let that square go with an open c-file position. That much I know. All right. Mr. Boris seems a little too good to be 1700. He's not using an engine for all of his moves. But his rating is not accurate. He has his neighbor. His neighbor from the next block is playing the games or something. It's probably like, you know, the dad versus the kid or something. One of those situations. So check this out. Bone atrophy just holding this position brilliantly. I have no ins in this position at all. That's insane. I was just saying b6. Never play b6. Right? Never play b6. That's what I said. So I do what I said not to do. Brilliant. There's no time for more games. 6 minutes. One more at the most. b6 is a stupid move. I don't know what to do here. f6, I guess. But there's no reason to panic and play b6. I mean, if he plays rook c1, I'm going to take it with the queen. Now b6 weakened my queen side. Oh, he's going to have f4, actually. I can't do that. He should have played rook c6, of course. I don't think I should take the two rooks, because he has f4 at the end, but he missed rook c6, which is stronger than rook c1. You know, he was hoping I would take his two rooks. After this, black is probably lost, objectively. Rook c6 is crushing, and that's why I said don't ever play b6 if the c file is open. But this way I'm still fairly solid. Black's figuring on a draw with a computer here, most likely. That's a good defensive bishop for half a point. But this is not so simple. I have a sack. I have dark squares I can open up. Maybe this is a little risky. Now he forces the trade of queens. That's unfortunate. So, tough ending. Clearly I didn't play the best moves. Just 2 minutes left. I don't know if I can beat him in 2 minutes. Wow. It's pretty insane, dude. What are you guys talking about? Arsenal? You said things. Started saying things. Sketchy commentary. Which pawn? He's making sketchy commentaries. We got no time. 55 seconds. Alright. Just because the tournament's going to end. I think this is winning for me now, but still not that easy. But that was a very amazing defensive effort by White. You deserve a draw for that, really. I was probably lost. Well, maybe not. But I went a little too far trying to win there. Yeah, I was definitely lost after rook c6, I think. There's no time to finish the game anyway. So, my favorite players. Congratulations to Alms for 4th place. Uber Driver, 5th. We have a new opponent there. Laravel Jess. In 6th place, Bone Atrophy, 7th with a draw. Boris. Interesting style. Azadanar, and Utesa. We got 10 players in the top 10, obviously. Congratulations to me. Congratulations to me for the highest performance rating. Alms in 4th place. Thanks for being a subscriber, guys. I want to thank everybody for playing. On behalf of the Pond and myself, remind you also, Alms for supporting the stream, and Mr. Coffee for donating today. Move 11 for the gift sub, and also for the sub from JAA. Thank you, guys. I managed to avoid the trolls. Hey, sorry, Alms. Good tournament, man. Watch out for bishops. So, thank you, dude. It was fun. I'll be back tomorrow with Blitz and Rapid Chess Weird Openings at 11 a.m. CET here on lichess and Twitch. Thanks to everybody for playing. Thanks, Mr. Coffee, for stopping by. Juicebox missed a good stream, it seems. It's always good when I win the tournament. Chess on Earth, thanks for being a subscriber. Move 11, thanks for input. Black isn't worse after rook c6. Wow. But b6 was definitely a blunder in my last game against Bone Atrophy. Just gave him some serious chances. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.